Hey everyone, so in this video I show you how to turn this speaker into this one and this speaker into this one. First I do a bit of an intro, then I show you how I fix the dust caps. After that I do the vinyl wrap and then finally replace the speaker grills. Hey guys, so I just got done transforming my speakers, okay? For very little money, maybe $20. You could easily do this yourself, right? This is fantastic. So I bought these speakers here. These are Paradigm 3SEs. Believe it or not, these are the same speakers. All right, the exact same speakers. This one obviously used, as was this one. I think I picked these up for, I don't know, $40 or something like that. They sound fantastic, but they look like this. Both of them look like this. I don't know if some cat got a hold of this and then scratched it up and puked on it. I don't know what happened to that speaker. Ugh, I don't know what some of that stuff was. They were not looking good, all right? And my intention was not to display these speakers. I was actually going to put them up in my ceiling in my home theater. So I thought the drivers were good and they supposedly sounded good. I kind of, bought them on eBay or something, but they were way cheaper than any speaker that I could buy brand new, especially for the sound quality. If you're not familiar with Paradigm, they sound pretty dang good. I've got a set of Studio 40s that I bought some years ago for my home theater. They're fantastic, and Studio 20s for the back, and then can't remember. Anyway, I got the matching center channel. Very good speakers. So these also, they sound fantastic, and if you look at the drivers, in very good condition. Rubber surround, so they're going to last a long time. Tweeter's good. Everything's good. All right. Plugged them in, sound great. Yeah, the only issue is, they don't look good. Again, decided not to use them for my ceiling, but what I did decide to do was use them for my garage, all right? And they have been fantastic, but every time I look at them, I'm like, ugh. So I had a bunch of leftover vinyl, this stuff that I was going to use for my car, decided not to, and I wasn't real happy with it, so I didn't use it for anything. And I thought, well, hey, why not use them for these speakers? And wow, this thing looks so much better, this speaker. I mean, it's like, I don't know what to call it. These are like high-end speakers now. And I can't wait to get this one done. I'm going to show you guys how I did it and how you could do this to any speaker. Again, it wasn't, I think I maybe have $15, $20 in this vinyl. And obviously you could pick any vinyl that you want. This is just vinyl car wrap. So anyway, let me show you how to do this, how to completely, this is just speaker grill fabric. Just redid the speaker grills. I mean, look at that. Look at the difference. So stay tuned. So this is just a dust cap that somebody pushed in, and it really doesn't change how the speaker sounds at all. It's just made to cover things up and protect some wiring underneath. Aside from poking a hole and pulling it out, the only way I know how to really pull this out is maybe with a vacuum cleaner. So I've got my shop vac here. I tried to, put this on here so I can limit the amount of suction. I've never done this before, but let me see if I can pull this out without actually pulling the dust cap off. Again, these speakers are kind of old, so hopefully it doesn't end in tragedy. Needs more suction. Thought for sure that would pull that out. It's not doing it at all. Well, that's a bummer. You try another technique. Sticky enough. Try another piece. I'm gonna have to try something else. So I wasn't even leaving to use this pretty sticky duct tape, some heavy duty Scotch duct tape, but the tape I was able to use was this tape here. It is used for Tyvek, the stuff that goes, the house wrap that goes underneath your siding. And this stuff is seriously sticky. I mean, you can see even though I used it a lot, it's still really sticky, and it got almost all of the dents out here. My the battery ran out when I was doing this before, and it pulled everything out except for like here, and it's a little bit bumpy in here, but Yeah, it was able to pull it out. So anyway, this tape worked. Unfortunately, it's pricey. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it was more than normal tape, that's for sure. Okay, I don't think there's going to be a problem with this stuff sticking to it. This is really sticky. I think that's a good sign. And I'm trying to make sure it's even. I mean, I'm going to have to do some cutting, you know, after I fold it over. I'm going to have to cut it here at the seam anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I definitely don't want it to be like this so that I run out. And what I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do are these corners here. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess I lied a little bit. I have put some of this vinyl. I vinyled my mirrors on my car, and that's it. Actually, I just vinyled my mirrors, which were actually pretty difficult. But I do have this squeegee felt thing, and I could see it's kind of... I'm trying to start here, like I said, from the corner, because I want this corner to be real tight. Real sharp, and then I'm gonna got like a seam there there, and you just kind of pull it out. I don't want the speaker to move on me. I think I should be hitting it with the heat gun. Boy, I haven't done this. This is a long time since I did this on my car. But I think I can, put the heat gun at least right on this and get everything like super smooth. That is looking pretty cool. Actually, I wasn't sure how this stuff was going to look. Honestly, I didn't think it would look this good. So far, I'm pretty happy. Just one side done. All right, done. Happy. What's interesting now, the garage is about 57, 56 degrees. This stuff is pretty thick and stiff. When I hit it with the gun, like I don't see any bubbles right now, but when I hit it with the heat gun, little bubbles form. They quickly come out, but it's kind of interesting. So the bottom, I'm obviously going to have a seam across. The other side is going to meet here, and I measured around, and these speakers are, it was something like 58 inches all the way around, and I've got 60 inches of wrap. I don't know why I thought initially that I'd be able to use that roll for both speakers. I don't know. I was kind of hoping maybe, you know, both speakers would fit this way, but it's not even close. So I am going to have to buy another roll. Fortunately, these things are like still like $14 or something a roll. When I bought it, I don't know, it was probably about the same. I mean, that's pretty cheap. I think here you can see all the bubbling going on. So let me get this warm. It's a little hot. Let's see, I'm gonna have to. Worried about the speaker moving on me. All of a sudden I got worried I didn't have enough edge over here to wrap around, but it looks like I do. You know, I probably should have played it more safe and just really, you know, put the wrap and just put it way over the edge. I mean, if I've got to cut it, I got to cut it, and it's probably easier to cut if there's more hanging over the edge here. In the light, I'm seeing a couple more little kind of imperfection bubble things, so let me see if I can smooth these out. What I have to do here in the front is, you know, wrap these edges around and then trim them. And like I said before, I'm worried about these corners. I'm planning on probably just cutting it straight across and folding over, and I don't know, just kind of see what happens. So you can see where the issues are going to be, you know, like where the issues are. It's where everything's all dented and messed up. I mean, I don't really think that's going to cause any major problems. This is the bottom, but the more even and straight everything is, the better this vinyl is going to work out. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty good. Now, to try to get that front just right. right, a while back I got a bunch of this grill fabric for my home theater, doing putting together a whole setup downstairs. Anyway, it's just I think I went to like a Joann Fabrics or something like that. You can buy this stuff on Amazon though; it's pretty cheap. But anyway, I'm just got a section of it here. Got some nice sharp scissors. Don't tell the wife. And I'm just going to cut a section out. Bigger than we need, but... Now, there are a lot of different ways to get this to stick to the back of the frame here. And I was going to use like 3M. I've got some Super 77 adhesive that you spray on. You can use a hot glue gun. I've read about some other adhesives too that work real nice. Oh, they make a lot of double-sided adhesive tape now. Some stuff, I saw somebody use that one time. They, you know, put it down and they're able to just wrap it up. That actually looks pretty slick. The thing that I don't like about the other adhesives is basically it makes a big mess. For one, you can't just spray that stuff around everywhere. So you got to be real careful with it. And then you have to spray it and then, you know, bring your fabric over here, and unless it's dried to like a specific tackiness, it doesn't stick very well. So it's got to be just right. It's got to stick. And if you screw up and get some on the fabric anywhere else, you know, where you don't want it, that ruins the fabric. Okay, so that's why I decided not to use that adhesive. You can use some where you can, you know, lay it down here real nice and do that, but at the same time you still have that issue with it being able to tack down and stay down perfectly the way you want it. That's why I kind of do like the idea of that double-sided tape. Now, however, with all that said, when I created some screens downstairs again for my home theater, I ended up using a staple gun. I've got actually a real nice one here that is pneumatic, and it lays the staples out really nice, better than an electric staple gun. So that's what I'm going to use, because once you staple it, you know, that's it. It's stuck, and if you make a mistake, you just pull it up. So that's what I'm doing. Start putting just a little bit of tension in both directions. Well, especially this way first. Just a little bit of tension. You don't want to pull it too tight, but you definitely don't want it loose either. Kind of lining up both sides here so I can pull on the front and the back at the same time. Start from the middle, see how this goes. It's been a long time since I've done this, but I remember it like coming out pretty good, like wasn't that big of a deal. But maybe I just messed up here. Yeah, see that? That's too loose. Way too loose. All right, this is looking pretty good. There is a little bump right here. I probably should have checked it a little bit better. You know, the frame. Could have sanded that off, but no big deal. And then here, all we got to do is trim this off above the staples. And as you saw, I did, you know, make a couple mistakes there. And all you got to do is pull the staples out and restaple, you know. It's no big deal. That's why I like staples. Ah, that's not good. And should have left a little bit more there on the edge. So let me see, how can I fix this? So yeah, these corners are a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. All you got to do is make sure you kind of pull and leave enough slack here at the bottom. And you can pop a staple in there like that. Now this is a little thick. I'll trim that down though. I'll see how it fits on the speaker, because it's probably going to push out a little bit. But, yeah. Also be careful. I've got some pretty small staples. They're pretty shallow. They're at most, I don't know what they are, honestly. They're real short staples though. And you got to be careful, because when you get close to the end here, you know, this end isn't that thick and you don't want to blow through the side. So if you do staple near the edge, you know, slant it in. So yeah, take a look at this. Slight difference in look here. Can you tell which is before and after? Okay, both are done now, and this turned out way better than I thought it would. Check these things out. I mean, look at this. They are like brand new speakers. These things are now awesome. I mean, what the heck? Just basically got some vinyl, cleaned them up, and stuck it on. Oh yeah, and some new speaker grill. I mean, it's that easy. So if you've got an old set of speakers that are just kind of trashed, or maybe they look fine. Like, you know, the pair I have downstairs are like a black wood type finish. They look fine, they're good, but you know, if I had them out on display, I might consider putting some kind of vinyl wrap on them. I mean, to me, this looks better than the original finish. So, you know, if you've got that, you can refinish them just that easily. If you want to get a pair of cheap speakers, okay, like I did. Like I said, I bought these years ago. Maybe I paid $40 for these. They were worth way more, because the drivers and everything are fine. Everything was good on these speakers, except the cabinets. The cabinets were kind of trashed. So people can't sell them for much with trash cabinets. Well, you know, again, $15, $20 in vinyl, and you can fix that. Another few dollars for some speaker grill fabric, and you're done. You're done. Brand new speakers.